Well, I'm back in America. I've been back for about a week, not quite a week, but I've been thinking a lot about the things that I miss about Bosnia. And the first most glaring thing in America, you can't get rakia that's any fucking good whatsoever. And when I was in Bosnia, I had heavenly rakia. I actually also had some that was terrible, but there were a few places when I was in Neum, I had the goddamn best Viljamovka that I've ever had. It was like heaven, and they had travarica down there, which maybe isn't my favorite, but even because it kind of tastes like basil to me. Uh, but it's made with herbs and travarica, even though it is not my favorite flavor. If I had the travarica from Neum, it would be 1,000 times better than anything I can get in America. Um, when I was in Bielina, I had some Kaisia rakia, which is made from, I think, apricots, and it was amazing. It was so good. And in Mostar, I had krushka, homemade krushka, that was just unbelievable. Anyway, I really miss the rakia, and I need to find a way to get it in America, and I don't exactly know how I'm going to do it, but I cannot continue. I've tasted the truth, um, and the shit that you can get at the liquor stores here, it's fucking garbage, and it will not do. So in Sarajevo specifically, there are these pomegranate juice stands, and it's fresh squeezed pomegranate juice. So you just walk up to the stand, and they fucking squeeze it right there for you, and you can get it either cold that had been squeezed previously, or warm that they do. But as it turns out, I love pomegranate juice, and America doesn't have these pomegranate juice stands. I miss the Duhan Provets. It's the little like newspaper stands that sell cigarettes and fucking, beverages and all this, as well as like newspapers and magazines, candy bars. But you don't ever have to go into a convenience store, like literally ever. In fact, there really are no convenience stores in Bosnia because there's these little stands, and the stands take care of all that. And there's a shitload of them, so no matter where you are, you're close, you know, to being able to buy a beverage or a fucking candy bar or whatever. In my case, cigarettes. Another thing I miss, oh my God, is the cigarette prices. Because a pack of Winston's is about $3.50 roughly in Bosnia, and it's like 10.50 in Minnesota at least. So I do miss that. Obviously, the people, the friends that I made in Bosnia, and I want to go back as soon as I can. But the, I'm sure this is true of the Balkans in general, but the people are so fucking cool, you know? Um, I also miss and need to be able to find Kaimak. Oh, this was also in Sarajevo, but I know they have it everywhere. But this fresh kaimak, which is a type of cream, and it's not too sweet. You could put it literally on anything, on a burger, on pizza, on cookies, like everything, and it makes it better. So I have to find out how to find fresh kaimak in the United States, which might be impossible. I might just have to go back um, for that. But I know there was another thing that I have forgotten. But and the mountains, because Bosnia as a whole is entirely a mountain range. And it's just so beautiful to just anywhere you look. You're going to be looking at mountains, and there's the green ones, and then you can always see one that disappears into the clouds, like the snow capped mountains, these giant things. Um, the weather. you know? I mean, I wasn't really there during the real winter, but their spring is so much milder than the springs in Minnesota. So the weather I'm going to miss, but also when I was in Sarajevo, the coppersmith's goods. Holy smokes. I mean, I brought some of that with me back to America, but just being able to walk through basically any of these cities that have an old town, a Starigrad, there's nothing like that here. So just being able to hang out in an old town and like the atmosphere of the Starigrads, like in Mostar and Sarajevo, and there was a bunch of other ones, but though they were really big, the old towns in both of those places, that sort of atmosphere, I definitely miss. Um, and there's more things that are going to be coming up. But one thing that I don't miss, and I'm sorry to all of my friends from that area of the world, Chevapi, not my thing. I don't miss that at all. And I'm sorry. Burek. Burek, if I can find it in America, then that'll be okay. Um, but I don't miss Chevapi. Sorry. And I immediately thought of this, but the language. Like, I can't speak the language with anyone I mean, that I currently am connected to in America. And, you know, I was just getting to the point where I was getting a little more comfortable speaking, even though I still speak like a caveman when I speak Serbo Croatian or Bosnian, whatever you want to call it. Um, but I'm not going to have anyone to speak with. And there's certain things that I like saying in Bosnian more than I like saying in English. So when I end up talking to someone and I say toyeto, that is that. Toyeto. They're going to be like, shut the fuck up. And that's sad. And also, I won't be able to walk into a shop and have someone say, isfolite. And that's just this nice little thing that they say, and no one says that in America. So the language and like being able to continuously improve is another thing that I already miss.